You ruin Zombie Up's health with bad energy drinks, or not energy drinks, or whatever those are.
They're just soda, buddy.
Man, I don't know. It's called Surge. It's in this like really ugly green can. It looks like an energy drink.
You're an ugly green can.
I didn't say it was ugly. What the fuck? I just said it was green.
No, you said it was an ugly green can.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I was hoping you weren't listening then. Alright, we're gonna hop into Learlike Quest. Spawning here in the top right corner of the map. Game number 2 in this best of 7 is gonna be the red Zerg player, Acer's Bly.
In the top left as the pink Terran, it's Beastyqt.
Alright, so it's a best of 7. Want to really stress that and emphasize this, guys, because it's a little bit longer than our average match. Typically a best of 3s and leads into best of 5 finals for most tournaments, but this is just a straight up best of 7. Get the most that we can out of these two players. As said before, we also have seen these guys consistently performing well in mini cups, especially for the Legacy of the Void, whether it's the Desert Weekly, Lycan League, Legacy of the Alima League, etc. Beasty and Bly have both won their fair share. So for those two to be here today, it's nice for us. This is, I think, the finals we would have had we had the Lycan League Mega Monthly Finals go down.
Probably. Well, Beastyqt is gonna go for mech again. Oh wait, well Bly's gonna try and do something a little tricky first. He's gonna try and cancel a command center if possible, which might happen. He is gonna get the scout first. Just needs to.
This is kind of cool though, because he will be able to just lift up over the cliff too, should there be a full wall off. One cool thing, by the way, Mr. Boris Macro, going back on him before we get too far into the game, has asked that I do a raffle, and I'll absolutely do that. So for Partoofs, you guys after this game will be able to exchange your Partoofs for raffle tickets, because he wants to give away a version of Skyrim Legendary Edition. I'm assuming that's a version of the game that has all the DLC already like added. I don't actually know, but the point is, generosity knows no bounds, and he wants us to give away a key for him. So we'll absolutely get that done.
Yes. Okay. So Bly unfortunately doesn't he gets the correct scout first, but it's a little too slow. So I mean he has to like run back, but he's not even gonna go for the command center cancel.
Command center.
Which I think he could have gotten.
Well,
I think he legit could have gotten a cancel.
I think he still might get it. The SCVs is gonna kill the SCV, or sorry, the Lynx just can kill the SCV. Meanwhile, the Lings unload here in the main, and well, that Reaper's across the map. A reactor's being built. There's no production for army units whatsoever. SCVs could handle this, but he's gonna bleed a lot out in the process.
This is so annoying. The thing is, too, is that the Reaper didn't immediately come back, so now it's on its way back. We're only losing a couple SCVs and a couple of seconds on the command center. And the Roach follow-up is going to be quite deadly.
He had to pull 3 SCVs to go finish off that command center. Meanwhile, he's still sniping off SCVs. 8 workers killed so far. The Mule basically wasted its life not mining. And this will finally get cleaned up. But this was a really good opening here for Bly.
This is what's so obnoxious about the Overlord drops being so early and so cheap, is that, you know, once you see what build they're doing, it's fairly easy to say, know when they won't have units in their base. Legit. Terrans will send all the units outside of their base most of the time, so now that the Marines are out, oh my god. Yeah.
A small interesting aside to this, I was playing Archon mode with Caitlyn last night on stream, some of you guys may have caught that, and we discovered how good Stalkers are at stopping this. Like, the dynamic of a Marine or 2 killing an Overlord versus 2 Stalkers killing an Overlord, it's not the same at all. Yeah. So this is a tactic that's pretty cheeky, pretty sneaky versus Terran, but it's got implications that don't work so much in all situations, all races.
Well, this is doing quite a bit of damage, but recall that Bly is on 1 base himself and only at 21 drones. So, you know, second commander center does finish. That's 2 extra mules. That really does cover about 6 SCVs. And with a tank out and maybe a couple more scans, Bly's gonna be as obnoxious as possible, of course.
Nobody has anything in production right now. That's what's so funny about this. Finally gonna clean it up. Front wall. Oh, he salvaged the bunkers. There's nothing to stop that front wall. If that wall falls, the tank's not going to stand a chance against this many roaches.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, can he get the repair? Can he get the repair? Oh, he gets the repair.
Oh, damn.
The hold is good.
That happened.
Yo, I kind of like as well that BC initially didn't siege that tank. I think mobility was something he definitely needed a little bit more than the damage, so that was a really good set defense out of him. It was messy as hell though because he ends up with 10 SCVs, but the actual moves and such he made were pretty good.
Yeah, he made the best out of a really, really bad scenario. But at the end of the day, he did take enough damage for Bly to be in the lead, to be able to macro out of it off of a 1-base build. He's got a second hatchery about to finish, so he'll be able to transfer most of his drones from his main. He's a lair about to finish too, so say there was like a Banshee out, so it wouldn't be such a problem to get, you know, an Overseer and maybe into Mutas or something. I mean, everything is looking up to line up pretty well for Bly, who, I mean, he saw there wasn't any starport. You don't have to worry about Banshees, you don't have to worry about a medevac bringing a tank over either, which would have been probably the best thing he could have done, and Bly's just probably feeling pretty.
Well, he is pretty. We've both seen him in real life.
That's true. That is true.
Guys, if you have, like, there's old pictures of Bly out there with his, like, the old green Acer jersey, and he does not look very good. But yo, real talk, new Bly, kind of like a supermodel. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It wasn't like puberty because he was already like 17 in that picture, but...
Yo, it was the haircut, man. I'm telling you. It's all the
haircut,
really good haircut.
And like the nice, like, you know, scruff on his face. It all adds up.
Can you guys feel Zombie Grub swooning? Is that something you like goes through the internet? Like, no, Bly was really fun to hang out with, and I think I've told the story a little bit on stream. But like we were in like the after party club, and dude, he's just walking up to girls, chatting them up. No big deal. It was really fun watching him do it. He's just kind of making a game out of it.
Well, you know, he was like shy. He was like, I don't know if I'll talk to those girls, and me and Scarlett were like, dude, you're so handsome, just go for it.
I remember too, because you guys were drunk as hell, and they're like, Rifkin, Bly's handsome, right? I'm like, yes, guys, Bly's handsome.
I don't remember that part, but it makes sense.
Reapers, oh, gonna barely get out of here. Yo, this was something too for Beasty where, like, his third CC's on the way. If he could somehow, like, he doesn't have the ability to drop right now, we pointed out earlier. If he had somehow able to provide more pressure, he could so easily get away with securing his natural. But despite having 3 bases, he's on one actual base. And the problem with this in Legacy of the Void is you're mining out so much faster, especially with 3 mules going down one. So even if he establishes his natural, it could be at a point where it's after he's mined out of his main and he's still on 1 base economy.
Yeah. It's no longer the case where, like, you know, you get to your natural, you spend some time on there, and then the faster third CC just gives you that SEV production, and then you take it eventually and have, like, a nice turtle situation. Like, the turtle situation still exists, but it's on a far, like, it's only on 1 base per instead of, you know, 2 and then 3 still mining. Like, by the time you get to third base secured, absolutely that main base will be mined out. Maybe even the gas guys will be mined out. It's gonna deal with so much pressure.
Roach attack's gonna be a problem. Siege goes up on the ramp, which could block out reinforcements. It's gonna be a little bit tough to deal with. Turret's coming down, not because he's worried about mutas. He needs detection for these damn roaches that keep burrowing.
Yeah, it is quite annoying, but that's Bly's thing.
Yeah, well, I would say that's Bly's like second thing. Being annoying is like a cause and effect type thing, right? Bly's thing is persistence. That's certainly been the case here.
Isn't that just a nice word for annoying, though? You're persistent.
You're being very persistent right now, Zombie. This is a little unfortunate. Is that turret not quite cover that range?
No.
Oh my god. You can't land the command center. That is the most unfortunate, barely turret positioning I've ever seen.
This is tilt-inducing, because now we have more overload drops in the main base. There's speed overloads this time. They can help micro. Yeah,
this is a game that, you know, Bly lost map number 1 to those Cyclones. Just let me give you some payback with annoyance.
Some serious payback, man. Like, for everyone who was like, oh, Cyclones look so cool, like, oh, I'm so good tearing at the unit. Well, look at this. Look at this.
Liberators are so good. Well, then why can't we get to them? Actually, funny enough, I don't think a Liberator would even be that great in the situation. Like, a Banshee would outperform it so vastly, but either way, Bly is going to win the game, tying up the series 1-1. Alright, Beasty's map pick, going to be going down next. We'll see what he wants to play with. It is worth noting for those who maybe haven't been keeping up to date with Legacy of the Void, it is a little bit more, I guess, with the times as far as maps goes. They ported over Bridgehead, Dashing Terminal, Moonlight Madness, and Orbital Shipyard was already here. So there are some of the maps that we're used to practicing, but there's also the old ones, Lilac Crest, Ruins of Saraz, etc. But we'll let them figure out what it is they want to see next. It's gonna be Orbital Shipyard. Cool. So we'll just hop right into that.